Hello everybody, I'm Jake Senholz, and I'm joined here to my left by head coach of the Wausau Riverwolves, Colin Bailey. And Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes with us
Thanks
tonight.
for having me, absolutely.
And well, you started off your season last weekend in Rochester. Obviously been practicing and such, but you started off first two games. Unfortunately, weren't able to come out of one with a win, but you're going to be looking to pick up your first victory tonight here against Willmar. We're going to get to that in a minute. First, I want to just talk a little bit about the Riverwolves organization as a whole.
Absolutely.
Pretty young organization, right? Only third year in existence, third head coach in just as many years. So this organization may be looking for a little bit of stability, a little bit more success than we've seen in the previous 2 years. First year, 11 wins. Last year, 9 wins under Coach Murphy. So what are you kind of looking for as far as goals this year that maybe you or the team or the organization has set out? What are you looking to accomplish, be it record-wise or otherwise?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been very fortunate to be able to be here for 2 years. So, provide a little bit of stability as far as that goes, to kind of keep the program going in the same direction. This year my goal is just to be a competitive team, to have a, hard-fought team, a very, on and off the ice to compete every day, night in, night out, come in with a chip off their shoulder, because, around the league, we do have something to prove. And it's a fantastic opportunity for all these players as well as myself to come in here, really have that chip on our shoulder and that mentality where it's us against the world, and come in and, prove some people wrong.
Yeah, you mentioned a fantastic opportunity. For you yourself, this is your first time as a head coach in the junior hockey league, junior hockey division, so obviously a lot, not necessarily at stake, but a lot for you moving forward here as a coach and as an organization. So for you personally, what do you think you bring as a head coach that maybe we haven't seen here before?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be in the position I'm at. I've made a pretty quick rise. I've gone from Bantams to high school right to junior. I've been very fortunate to, learn from some of the best in Minnesota, up in northern Minnesota, and go from there. But, from the table, for my age, I think I bring a high level of professionalism. And that's something I really take pride in for myself. And that's something I really like to bring to the table is that every day, you might just be here playing hockey every day, but this is your job. This is why you're here. This is a business, and that's what we need to prepare in, day out. For when it comes to the real world, that's what they're going to be expected of. And I also bring that that young flair. So I'm not much different than these guys. At the end of the day, it's going to be fun. You got to love what you're doing every day, but you have to be serious and you have to look to get better and improve every single day, and that's what I've been trying to really establish.
And that does bring kind of an interesting dynamic. As you mentioned, you're only a couple years older than some of these skaters, and so it's a little bit different, but I think they can relate to you, you can relate to them, and obviously you've shown the higher-ups here something to be able to advance that quickly, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And good luck to you moving forward. Let's talk a little bit about your team here. You guys are fortunate enough to bring back all 3 of your top scorers from last year, and Tanner Esbro, Mitch Adolski, and Raleigh Carlson. Obviously those guys are going to play a huge part in the team as well this year, but who are some new names, some skaters that might be impact players or players for people to watch out for this season?
Absolutely. So in net we have Tyler Klatt, who is has some junior experience playing the USBHL. He's been on fire for us lately. We're returning goalie Taryn Moore, who's been making a solid case to be a 1A. Comes in every day, works so hard. And then our third guy is Joseph LaForge, who is a young guy coming in the making. I think he has a real potential to be an absolute stud in the league. He's got that big body, 6'7", moves like he's 5'9", but he's been fantastic. And just giving him that experience as well. On the D-core, we've really beefed it up a little bit. We got Blake Neudecker, Cade Wailuda, Jared Meyer. Devin Holberg's returning for his 3rd season. They are all fantastic players. Jaden Benzik has come in, and Tyler Balsarak as well. Really come and step up to the forefront, and I think that's really a proud point for our team this year. On the forward end of things, we got Casey Couture and Sam Baker, all Minnesota guys. Great kids, hardworking players. But they, in addition to our top 3 scorers that you mentioned as well, they're going to really make an impact. Coming in as their first-year juniors, and I'm really looking forward to see what they're able to do.
Sure. It's really rounded out to be an extremely talented squad this year, all the way lines 1 through 3. In that, Taryn Moore got a few opportunities last year, and when he did, he really shined. He showed what he could do. Kind of jumped the gun on me a little bit. My next question was going to be about your goaltender, Tyler Klatt, but obviously last year, anybody that got to watch some Riverwolves hockey saw Alex Gielev, knows just how exciting he was, just how awesome of a goalie he was. He remains in his home country of Russia now. So Tyler Klatt comes in from, I believe, Monticello, Minnesota.
Yep.
He's a big frame, big guy in net. He has junior experience, as you mentioned. So big shoes to fill.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think he's going to be able to step up and fill those shoes quite nicely.
Absolutely. I agree.
So other than that, I guess the only thing left is taking on the Willmar Warhawks for a 2-game set this weekend. The Warhawks are 2-0 on the season. What's the scouting report on them?
They're not a team to take lightly by any means. I know looking at their record last year, pretty similar to us as this year. But they got a new coaching staff. They're very well coached by Kirk, and they have a very top solid 5 players that they go to. It's definitely going to be a very good challenge for us going forward, and I think something that we could really take pride in and come out looking good.
Yeah, and obviously you're going to see this team more than once throughout the season, so it's going to be a nice little introduction to each other.
Yep.
Finally, Coach, what's it going to take to go out there and get a win this weekend?
It's going to take solid 60 minutes of hockey. We can't take a shift off. Last week in Rochester, I thought that we played pretty toe-to-toe with them for about half the game, and our inexperience together as a team really showed, and our conditioning really lacked. And it was very apparent. They netted like 5 goals in about 7-minute span. Which was just mental errors, little things. So that's going to be a big focus. That was a big focus in practice this week. Is our conditioning. Did a lot of conditioning, a lot of back to the basics kind of stuff. And so just getting that mental compete level for a full 60 is going to be a big thing.
Sure. Well, thanks again for taking a few minutes, Coach. Yeah, good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you later on this season.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That's head coach of the Wausau Riverwolves, Colin Bailey.